Hello, you. Welcome to Medium with a Mic. I'm Kari Bandle. Today I'm talking about something that affects every single breath you take, every bite of food you eat, and every step you walk. Our connection to Mother Gaia, our living, breathing earth. You know, when Earth Day rolls around every April 22nd, a lot of people think it's about recycling or planting a tree. And sure, those things are wonderful, but there's something so much deeper happening here that bridges both the spiritual and the scientific. So let's talk about why honoring Earth isn't just good activism, it's essential spiritual practice. Let me start with something that blew my mind when I first heard about it. Back in the 1970s, a scientist named James Lovelock proposed something called the Gaia Hypothesis. Lovelock suggested that Earth isn't just a rock floating in space with a bunch of separate organisms living on it. Instead, he proposed that Earth functions as a single self regulating living system. The atmosphere, the oceans, the soil, all the plants and animals, they all work together like organs in a body to maintain conditions that support life. Think about that for a second. Science was basically saying what indigenous cultures and spiritual traditions have known for thousands of years. Earth is alive. She's not just our home, she is a living being. The ancient Greeks called her Gaia, the primordial Mother Earth goddess. And honestly, they were onto something. And here's where it gets personal. I mean, literally personal, as in your actual person. Every atom in your body was either forged in the heart of a star or created in the soil beneath your feet. The calcium in your bones that came from ancient seas and the remains of countless organisms. The iron in your blood that carries oxygen to your cells, created in a supernova billions of years ago. You're not just living on Earth, you're made of Earth. You are quite literally walking, talking Earth matter. When we say we need to connect with nature, we're really talking about remembering what we already are. You can't actually be separate from nature because you are nature. And here's the kicker, your body knows this. Your nervous system evolved in relationship with natural rhythms. Studies show that when people spend time in nature, their cortisol levels drop, their heart rate variably improves, and their brain waves shift into more relaxed creative states. That's not coincidence. That's homecoming. Now, let's talk about the energetic reality of our Earth connection, because this is where my work as a medium really illuminates things. Everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies, including you, including me, including every tree, rock, river. When I do readings, I'm tuning into energetic frequencies. And you know what? The earth has a frequency too. It's called the Schumann Resonance, and it vibrates at about 7.83 hertz. Scientists have measured this electromagnetic frequency that pulses around our planet. And fascinatingly, this is incredibly close to the frequency of human alpha brainwaves, the relaxed meditative state. Indigenous shamans and spiritual practitioners have always talked about grounding or earthing, connecting your energy to Earth's energy. And now science is catching up, showing that Direct physical contact with the Earth's surface electrons has actual measurable health benefits. It reduces inflammation, improves sleep, and helps regulate the nervous system. When you walk barefoot on grass or soil or sand, you're not just being a hippie or hippy dippy. You're literally syncing your electrical system with the planet's electrical system. You're plugging into the source. Let's talk about why we call Earth Mother Gaia. This isn't just poetic language, it's recognizing a profound truth. Like any mother, Earth provides everything we need to survive and thrive. She feeds us, clothes us, shelters us, and even breathes for us from the oxygen that plants produce. But here's what we sometimes forget: mothers need care too. We can't just keep taking without giving back. And right now, humanity's relationship with Mother Earth looks a lot like a teenager who raids the fridge, leaves their laundry everywhere, and never says thank you. On a personal note, I'm deeply hurt on a soul level by graffiti on our beautiful planet. I don't want to see "you were here" or "who you're in love with" carved on the side of a rock at a beautiful lookout or natural bridge. I'm offended by litter, and I think every part of Mother Gaia should be respected, always leaving it better than you found it. And teach your children this as well. The beautiful thing is that Earth is incredibly resilient and forgiving. She's been through five major mass extinctions and volcanic eruptions that darken the skies for years, ice ages, and asteroid impacts. She heals, she regenerates. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't do our part. Just because someone can forgive doesn't mean we shouldn't apologize and change our behavior. So, how do we honor Mother Gaia in a way that's both spiritually meaningful and practically helpful? Let me give you some ideas that work for real people living real lives. First, create some gratitude rituals. Before you eat, take a moment to acknowledge where your food came from: the soil, the sun, the rain, the hands that grew and harvested it. This isn't about being perfect or only eating organic. It's about awareness and appreciation. Second, practice reciprocity. Indigenous wisdom teaches that when you take from the earth, you give something back. This could be as simple as picking up litter when you're on a walk, or composting your food scraps, or planting something that feeds pollinators. I love planting flowers, touching and connecting to trees, even just speaking words of thanks when I'm in nature. Mother Gaia is very attentive and available. Third, spend time in direct contact with the earth. Put your bare feet on the grass or soil. Sit with your back against a tree. Lie down and stargaze. Touch the earth with intention and feel her touching you back. I promise you, the earth's energy is real and it's available to every single person. Fourth, consume consciously. I'm not going to tell you that you need to be perfect. None of us are. But we can all make small choices that really add up. Use what you have until it's used up. Choose quality over quantity when possible. Support regenerative practices when you can. Every choice is a vote for the world you want to live in. And here's something I've noticed in my readings and in working with people on their spiritual paths. When someone starts to awaken spiritually, one of the first things that happens is they develop a deeper connection to nature. It's like the veil lifts and suddenly they feel the aliveness of everything around them. Birds aren't just pretty background noise, they're fellow beings with their own consciousness and purpose. Trees aren't just landscaping, they're ancient, wise beings that communicate through underground fungal networks that scientists call the Wood Wide Web. I'm not making this up. Mycorrhizal networks actually allow trees to share nutrients and send chemical signals to each other. They're literally networked like the internet, except they were doing it millions of years before we invented Wi Fi. When you start to perceive Earth as alive and aware, everything changes. You can't help but treat her differently. You can't help but feel part of something bigger than yourself. And that sense of connection, that's what we're all really hungry for. And now I do have to address the elephant in the room, climate change. And I know this topic can feel heavy and overwhelming, but here's how I look at it from both a spiritual and practical standpoint. The earth will be fine. She survived worse than humans, but we might not be fine. And the millions of other species we share this planet with might not be fine. So, this isn't really about saving the planet. It's about maintaining a planet that's hospitable to human life and the incredible biodiversity we've been blessed to live alongside. From a spiritual perspective, this is our soul's work right now. We incarnated at this exact moment in history for a reason. You're here now, in this body, on this planet, during this critical time because your soul, chose to be part of this transition. Whether your role is to be an activist, an educator, a healer, a parent raising a conscious child, or someone who simply lives more gently on the earth, you have a role to play. Here's the thing that keeps me hopeful. Consciousness is shifting. More and more people are waking up to our interconnection with all life. Yes, things look challenging, but humans are incredibly creative and resilient when we need to be. We just need to remember who we really are and what we are really a part of. You want to know something that will shift your perspective instantly? Look up a picture of Earth taken from space, that pale blue dot suspended in infinite darkness. Every human being who's ever lived, every story ever told, every civilization that's ever risen and fallen, all of it happened on that little sphere. The astronauts who've seen Earth from space talk about something called the overview effect, a cognitive shift that happens when you see our planet floating in the void. Suddenly, all of the things that divide us seem absurd. National borders vanish. You can't see religion or politics or race from space. You just see one breathtakingly beautiful living world that's home to all of us. Isn't that beautiful? You don't need to go to space to tap into that consciousness. You can access it through meditation, through time in nature, through sacred plant medicine, or simply through choosing to see with eyes of wonder. When you look at a flower and really see it, the impossible complexity, the perfect symmetry, the vibrant aliveness, you're touching the divine. You're seeing Mother Gaia's artistry up close. I have traveled more than many people have, and I have to say, I have had some profound spiritual connections and been brought to tears with the beauty I've seen. I am truly blessed. And Here's what I want you to know. Your relationship with Earth is unique and personal. There's no one right way to honor Gaia. Maybe you're called to be an environmental scientist, or maybe you're meant to write poetry that reminds people of nature's beauty. Or maybe your gift is creating art from recycled materials or teaching children to garden. You could simply be someone who radiates peace and groundedness that reminds others to slow down. Just always leave it better than you found it. Trust your own heart, trust your own gifts. The earth doesn't need you to become someone that you're not. She needs you to be fully, authentically you, offering your unique medicine to the web of life. When you start living in harmony with Earth's rhythm, your own life flows better. When you honor the seasons, you honor your own cycles of activity and rest. When you treat the earth with reverence, you naturally start treating yourself with more reverence too. It all connects. So, next time you're out there, tell Mother Gaia, thank you for your endless generosity. Thank you for the air in our lungs, the water that sustains us, the food that nourishes us, and the beauty that inspires us. Thank you for your patience with us as we learn to remember our place in the web of life. We honor you not just today, but every day. Help us to walk gently upon you. Help us to give as much as we take. Help us to see the sacred in all things. Remind us that we are not separate from nature. We are nature, awakening to itself. May we be good ancestors for the generations to come. May we leave the world more beautiful than we found it. May we remember that in healing the earth, we heal ourselves. And my friends, Earth Day isn't just one day a year, it's every day. Every choice is an opportunity to honor or harm, to connect or disconnect, to remember or forget. And the beautiful thing is that it's never too late to deepen your relationship with Mother Gaia. So, my challenge to you this week is simple: spend at least 20 minutes in direct contact with the earth. Touch the soil, walk barefoot, sit under a tree, and while you're there, just listen. See what she has to tell you, because I promise you, she's been waiting for you to come home. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this resonated with you, share it with someone else who needs to hear it. Please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, or buy me a coffee on my website podcast page so that I can improve and continue bringing you more weekly information. You are a deeply loved child of the earth, made of stardust and soil, here to shine your unique light. Until next time, stay grounded, stay connected, and keep listening to those sacred whispers.